All right, so I welcome you once again to today's lesson. Today we are looking at one of the Novdec questions in Core Mathematics 2025, and this is question 3. This is Mazwis TV, and my name is Evans. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also get Mazwis TV on TikTok. All right, yes. So we will not waste more time. If you look at this question, you realize that this is one of the basic concepts, and that is what volume of a cylinder. Okay, so for this question, we are saying that the volume of a cylindrical tank is 5,475 whole number, 5 or 9 gallons. If the height of the tank is 4 meters, we are to calculate the radius and also calculate the total surface area of the tank. We should take part to be 22 on 7 and also represent 1 gallon by 4.5 liters. So we'll not waste my time. Let's quickly look at our solution. Okay, so before that, let's draw our cylinder. Okay, let's use this diagram to represent our cylindrical tank. So let's say this is a cylinder. We all know that a cylinder, we have two circular ends, and we also have the height. Okay, yes, and we have circular surface as well. So we know that this is our height. Okay, and in the question, we're giving height as what? 4 meters. So that is what was given in the question. And we also identify our radius. We know that the radius is what? Is half of the diameter, yes, of a circle. The circle, that is the circular part of the cylinder. So to find the radius, just half of it. Okay, and our radius is represented by r. All right, great. So once we know this, then let's proceed and find our radius. But in the question, we're giving volume to be 5,475 whole number, 5 or 9 gallons. But we are tasked to represent every 1 gallon as what? 4.5 liters. So it means that if you take the cylinder, if we have 5,475 whole number, 5 or 9 gallons, then how many liters? Okay, how many liters of the entire 5,475 whole number, 5 or 9 gallons, can fill the cylinder or the cylindrical tank? That is what we are talking about. So we want to know the total number of liters, or the total amount in liters. Okay, so to know that, it's just a matter of multiplying the 5,000 by the 5,475 whole number, 5 or 9 by what? 4.5, and that is going to give us 24,640 liters. Okay, yes, so that is the volume. It means that we in the cylinder we will get an amount of 24,640 liters. Okay, but know that we are giving height in meters, and we know that in volume we can also deal with what? Meters. So if we want to change or leave our answer in meters, then we need to change from liters to what? Meters. If that's the case, then how many liters give a meter? Then we can say that 1,000 liters is equal to 1 meter cube. Okay, 1 meter cube. If that's the case, then what would be the volume in meters? Just a matter of dividing the 24,640 by the 1,000, and that gives us what? 24.64 meter cube. So that is the volume. Okay, yes. Once we know the volume, how do we find the radius? Note also that the formula for finding volume of a cylinder is given as what? Pi r squared h, where we know pi to be 22 on 7, and we also know height, which is given as what? 4 meters. Okay, yes. So let's quickly substitute or plug in our values, then we find the radius. All right, yes. So if we plug in our figures, then we are going to have this. Okay, so we have 24.64 is equal to 22.7 times 4 times r squared. Then we simplify this one, and it's going to give us this. Okay, yes, so this is what we have. All right, great. So if we do the simplification, then we are going to get 172.48 is equal to 88r squared. So we just divide both sides by, or we can multiply both sides by 1 on 88, and that is going to give us r squared, which is equal to 1.96. Okay, and that also we take square root of both sides. If we take square root of both sides, we know that definitely we are going to get two solutions, which one will be negative, one will be positive. But because we are dealing with radius, we don't have negative radius, so we consider only the positive side, and that is giving us 1.4 meters. That is the radius. Very interesting, right? Yes, and that answers the A. Okay, so our radius is 1.4 meters. Let's quickly move on to the B part, which is the total surface area. So let's go back to our shape, the cylinder. Okay, so we know that for the total surface area, we have the two circular ends. So the first one is the top one. We know that it's a circular part. So we find the area of that circular part, and we know that area of a circle is giving us what? Pi r squared. Okay, so that is one area. We put it down. Then we also find the same. If you go down, the base one is also a circular part. So that one, the same thing, we find area of the circular part, which is the same as what? Pi r squared. We add it to the previous one. Okay, then we know that after the two base, the size, okay, we can turn it in this form. Yes, it can be in this form. Then we know that in the middle, okay, the curved surface area, okay, yes, or let's even make it stand. We can still make it stand and find that one. Okay, now we know that if we try to draw a rectangle in the middle, okay, yeah, we know that the circular part, the top one, that is the circumference, it is the round part. Okay, that because we are finding that portion as well. That one is what? The circumference, and we all know that circumference of a circular end is what? 2 pi r. Okay, and then we know that the side is also the height, that is the h. Okay, so for that portion, we can draw a rectangle to cover. Okay, yes, so if we draw a rectangle, it will be in this form. All right, yes, so that circumference is on that level, on that side, and then we know that the height, the perpendicular height, is also h. Then we add the circumference and the height also to the previous two areas. Okay, yes, and that is the total, is going to give the total. So when we add all this, that gives the total surface area of the cylinder. So let's write a nice formula for that, and then we are going to get what? Because we have two of the area, so we have 2 pi r squared, and we also have what? The 2 pi r h. So we can rewrite the formula as can factor 2 pi r out, and then we have r plus h in the brackets, and that is going to give us what? The formula. Okay, so we use this as our formula. Or once we know the formula, what do? We just substitute our values. Okay, yes, we substitute our values because we have calculated for radius. Okay, so let's plug in our values. Once we have r, that is for 1.4, and we have pi giving us 22 on 7, and h is 4. So we just substitute those values, and this is what we have. Okay, So let's do the simplification, and if we do the simplification, then we are going to have this 61.6 on 7 multiplying 5.4, and that is going to give us 47.52 meter squared. That is area, because area deals with her square, that, and volume also deals with cube. All right, so that is our answer. Okay, so it's very, very simple. You realize that this is basic, as I said. This is one of the basic, okay, yes, topics that you can get in the senior high core mathematics. Okay, very, very simple. All right, so that answers everything. Okay, if that's the case, then let's end here and continue next time. Okay, so my name is Evans. I'm still your mathematics facilitator. This is Mazwis TV. Don't forget to visit Mazwis TV on YouTube. Kindly subscribe, like, and share the videos. You can also search Mazwis TV. You can get Mazwis TV on TikTok. Kindly like the videos. If you have any question, any suggestion, anything at all, you can leave your comment, or you can go to the comment section and leave everything there. All right, so if that's the case, then let's end here and continue next time. See you. Bye bye.